when you feel so strongly about a subject or a way of life or something that makes you tick as a person, and it's so taboo that you can't even open your mouth, you can't even speak, you can't join into a conversation about everyday things with everyday people, because none of those things you've come to find matter in this world. What I want to talk about is life in the raw, life itself, not life in this moment, not pop culture, not politics, not the newest fad or what's trending or what videos are popular. And I don't want to watch things that just make me laugh and then look out for the next thing to entertain me. I want real, raw subjects that make me think. I want to talk about where this society is headed. I want to talk about why our food is killing us. I want to talk about why marriages can't last. I want to talk about where we go when we die. I want to talk about why good things happen to bad people and why bad things happen to good people. And I feel like I can have an outlet of people who give a shit. If you type in a topic subject and my name pops up. Because I'm going to tell you something, people. This world does not matter. What happens here isn't what happens for the rest of our lives. It's not what happens for eternity. We are so brainwashed as a culture to do what we're told from the day we're born until the day that we die. And if you go outside that realm of what you're supposed to do, you're looked at as an outcast, you're looked at as a failure, you're looked at as a black sheep, someone who can't get their life together. But you know what? When you stand before God on Judgment Day, He's not going to ask you, well, did you go to community college? Did you finish that and move on to a 4-year college? And did you graduate? And did you get a good job? And did you get the right 401k with the right percentage and meet the right girl with the good genes to reproduce, to have the good kids that grow up, go to school, graduate, go to a different school, graduate, get a job, work that job, retire from that job, try to live a life that you've missed out on for the last 60 years after you retire, and then you die, missing out on life completely. And that's what we're brainwashed to do. And I feel like I just need to speak my story, what I've gone through, what I've done, the things that I've done that aren't to this world, so that people like me know that there are people out there that feel the same way as you do. And it's difficult because we're all full of sin. I don't care if you make $100,000 a year and you drive a nice car and you live a nice home and you did everything the right way and you married the good girl and you had one boy and one girl and you had the perfect American family living the American dream. If you're that person, you've told a lie, just like I have. You have stolen something. Small, maybe when you were a kid, maybe large when you were an adult, doesn't matter. Everybody has done wrong things in their life. And when you stand before God at the end of time, that's what's going to matter, not the bullshit that society tries to tell you matters. And you live a really hard life trying to fit in when you just know it's not how it goes. It's just not how it works. I've spent a lot of time juggling back and forth, going, okay, I'm going to try and fit in with the system, I'm going to try and do things the right way, but you know what, like, as a Christian, true-hearted, saved believer who studies the Bible and studies the Word, you can't get along with society. You can't blend the two. I think it's Philippians or Colossians, I'll have to add it in the tags later, but it says you can't serve two masters. You can't have government and you can't have God. I mean, obviously there's ways that you can mend the two, like murder is wrong to anybody no matter what, things like that. But say something that I struggle with on a personal level, that I've been struggling with recently, is since the day I started driving when I was 20 years old, bought my first car, and I decided that I didn't want to put license plates on my vehicle. I saw those machines that the police carry on their dashboards, and I saw the cameras that, you just drive past a car. It's already zoned in on the person's front license plate, and on their laptop pops up who's driving the car, where they live, who their family members are, what they've done, like their record. Like, you can access all this information. And that just freaked me out, and I feel like that's a complete invasion of my privacy, especially when I travel for three main purposes. It's either because I'm trying to provide for my family by going grocery shopping or going to a farmer's market or going somewhere to buy clothes. I'm going to work, whether it be, my regular job, or say I'm going to help out a friend, do something, or I'm going to evangelize. I'm going to hang out with my church, my friends, my people that I can get along with. So for those three purposes, I need to travel. I need to get places, and I figure that as, in the state, they want to make it look like it's a privilege that you have, and I just didn't buy it. So I put license plates on my vehicle from a organization that felt the same way as me. I call them my heaven plates and my heaven license, and I felt really, really strongly about it for a really long time. I've been driving this way for 4 years now, without state registration, without state license, without paying taxes on my vehicle because I bought the vehicle. I don't feel like I owe it to the state. And I mean, I can get really deep down into the morals of it, why I think it's so wrong. But that's not really what I'm trying to get at. I'm just trying to get at that recently my whole world was flipped upside down because of that choice that I made. I was stopped, and I've been stopped multiple times. And 9 times out of 10 they just say, have a nice day. A few times I've been ticketed, but it's always been dropped. But this police officer, in this day and age that we're living in, just in the 4 years that I've been doing this, it's so prominent now, it's so new, that this officer, he is obviously trained in the sovereign movement, that Christians are terrorists, that sovereign citizens are terrorists, that anyone who thinks outside the box is a terrorist, when, I'm sorry, but you, my friend, are the one terrorizing people. He pulled me over. I had my son in the car with me. He looked at my license and my license plates and said, it doesn't work this way, you can't do this. You're being arrested, and we're taking your car away. And there's going to be plenty of people that say, oh, you broke the law, that's what you get. But this is why I'm trying to spread this word to people, because there's going to come a time very, very shortly that you're going to be breaking the law, doing things that you feel extremely strong about, and they may or may not necessarily be wrong. Because when I go before God at the end of the day, He's not going to tell me, Molly, you should have registered those plates, your vehicle, you broke the law, and you deserve that to happen. Because in reality, I'm not a criminal. I'm not somebody who's out drunk driving. I'm not speeding. I'm not causing distraction to myself. I'm not putting people around me in danger. And we're going to start seeing it as a nation more and more and more, that everyday people traveling. I was going to work that day. I was in my uniform 5 minutes from where I work. And the public did not need to be protected by me. And a police officer's job is to serve and protect. So what he did was arrest me and take away my vehicle, so now I can't get to and from work, and I have 5, 6, 7 tickets that equal up to thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, and up to, I haven't had it all together and I haven't been to court for it yet, but up to a year in jail. And this is the world we're living in, people. I'm trying my hardest to mend the two worlds, my Christian world and my reality world, the government world, and it just can't happen anymore, and we're going to struggle. We're going to struggle a lot in the next upcoming years, and I just needed to get this off my chest, because I'm a Christian and I'm being targeted as a terrorist, and I'm calling it now. This is not the last time that this is going to happen to me or my family.